I got in contact with the girl and I found out that they had slept with each other back in July.
Wow.
You're stupid to cheat on Gina because she will find out. She will find out all the details and information of everyone that this person's ever been with.
Exactly. Welcome to the next episode, the new episode, the most recent episode.
Next episode.
Big Mood Podcast. Hi. You guys haven't seen me for a while, but I'm back.
She didn't have COVID.
I know.
She didn't even have to miss all those episodes.
Yeah, but we had to be
she
careful.
just she knew that distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
And speaking of distance, it's been a while since we had our guest right now.
So who do we have here today for those listeners and not watchers?
Hello, everybody. My name is Stacey Apodaca, and I'm back.
And you're back.
I'm back. Yeah, it feels good to be back.
I love her so
There's
much.
all these old school songs are popping up.
I
Get
know.
ready for the next episode. Guess who's back?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Nikki.
And I'm Gina. And it's true. This past week, I made it a point to remember all the words to Forgot About Dre. You'd be very proud of me.
Do it right now.
No, it's too early in the morning. I only got the third verse down.
Y'all
Dre's
know
second
me.
verse.
So the same
Yeah.
emoji.
Yeah.
But I've been low key.
Hated on by all these people.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I can say that
She
word.
knows all the words.
Yay.
Can attest.
And today we're doing just a quick catch-up episode. We were missing a few friends today because life is happening. And so it's just us three. But we're going to catch up on all three of our lives. There's things going on. Everyone's lives are changing and going crazy. So
Casey said we're allowed to say why we're missing some people.
yeah. Oh, we're allowed to say now?
The biggest catch up of today.
It's the person that's not even here.
Yeah.
Come say it, Casey. Come
Say it.
We had the baby!
We had the baby.
The baby's here. The baby's here.
Sorry if you're wearing headphones and we just yelled in your ear.
Our friends are out just creating new friends to hang out with instead of being with us.
I think it's kind of rude.
It's pretty
Honestly,
rude.
Tiff's not here. It's selfish. She's only known that baby for like a week or
Right.
two.
Yeah, and I'm taller than it.
I know.
I'm like,
and we're
hello.
funnier.
Way funnier.
We could talk.
Yeah, we can talk.
Yeah.
We can eat solid food.
We can hold our head up. Stupid baby.
Whatever. Learn some skills, baby.
I know. God, useless right now.
How cute.
And you guys have already said the name by now? Do they would they know everything by now?
Wait, I don't know the name.
Oh, you say.
Luca.
Oh, I love that name.
Boy.
It's a boy.
It's a boy.
It's a little Pepito.
This was so secretive the whole time. I was like, wow, they are such YouTubers. They're literally keeping everything in until the last minute. But that's a beautiful name. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
We actually didn't know though, because we kept it a secret to ourselves too.
They didn't know the
until you
gender and they didn't know the name until the last minute. Because even when they had the baby, which by the way was a month early, Tiff was supposed to be here today, but she had her baby decided other plans.
Yeah.
Luca decided other plans. And then when they had the baby, they sent us all the picture and we're like, what's the name? And they're like, we don't know. We don't know.
You don't have a name.
IDK.
What's his official birthday? What day was he born?
January 31st.
The 31st.
My theory is that Tiff only has January babies. And her body's like, February? Pfft, bitch, no.
So baby didn't wait till Lunar New Year. That means what?
He's an ox.
He's an ox, not a tiger.
wow.
Okay, right.
Oh,
Big tiger.
yeah.
My aunt and stuff in Hong Kong, she's buying all the little things for tiger babies.
Yeah.
The day before.
He's an ox.
He's stubborn.
If you guys
Like
can't
an
hear,
ox.
if you guys can't hear, Casey says they were anticipating a tiger baby, so his aunt in Hong Kong was buying all this cute tiger stuff. But he's as stubborn as an ox, and he came out, and he's that little stupid tiger that screams a lot, like my cat that you guys probably hear in the background.
I'm a tiger.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
I was
no
really
idea.
hoping that. You know what? This is the second baby that's ripped me off because my friend had the same thing where she had a baby a month early and we were supposed to be birthday twins. It was supposed to be a Scorpio and now it's a freaking Libra. And then this freaking baby is supposed to be a tiger. We were going to be best friends. And it's like, nah, I'm going to be an ox.
so what's the other zodiac sign for Luca then?
Aquarius? Aquarius. Yeah.
He's an Aquarius. Why?
Don't
We
make
love
that face. You don't make that
Aquariuses.
face.
We love
It's
Aquarius.
They're very friendly. It's a good one.
Yeah,
Very
we
good.
love Aquarius.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
Very good with people, no?
Sure.
yeah. So great.
I have no idea. Oh, I have no
It's
idea.
an Aquarius.
An
They're
Aquarius
air
was-
signs.
Air signs?
Yeah.
I'm an Aquarius rising.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I mean, that's good.
Women Aquariuses are dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel every time when people say like, oh, it's the women that are good, I'm like, it's just all
just
zodiac sign men are bad.
True.
Like all Sagittarius men.
No, I get along so well with Aries and Leo women.
But men, no.
men, I'm like, I can't stand you.
I think it's just the men.
Yeah. It's just men, period. So let's start with our guest.
Yes.
Update us on your life.
Catch up
What's
with
going
this
on?
person's life.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
With her cute nails.
Thank you.
You're planning your wedding, right? It's coming up.
My wedding is coming up.
It's freaking soon, dude. Are you freaking out?
So yes, we're freaking out because I thought we gave ourselves enough time, but I don't know, when you're engaged, time just moves faster than everybody else's time.
I know, right? It totally does. It's crazy. I know what that feels like.
Yeah, it's crazy. And so like at the beginning, you'll get there. At the beginning, we were like, oh, we have enough time. But then the holidays came and Denny and I decided to take a little bit of time off of like the stress of the wedding. And we're like, let's just enjoy the holidays. And so after the holidays, it kind of feels like, okay, it's go time. We have to move and do everything now. So yeah, it's going by really fast. Weddings are hella expensive. Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
So you're like, it's a birthday. They're like, oh, it's $500. It's a wedding. It's $20,000.
Yeah,
That's
and
crazy.
It's wild. Like, I mean, thankfully, like, I feel like because we do have this job, people are willing to be like, oh yeah, like just put me in the YouTube video and like, or say that I did this for you and I'm willing to give you a discount. So I'm like, okay, thank God, gracias a Dios, we're able to do that. You know, I just can't imagine otherwise. You know, and so we're trying to go about it like this is the only time we're gonna get married, so we're trying to make it as like fun and exciting for both of us and for our family and stuff, while also still trying to remember that it's for us. You know, like at the end of the day, if people are like for example, the food, you know, normally you would eat like, I don't know, steak chicken when you go to a wedding. We're having like barbacoa, which is like Mexican plate. You guys are gonna be eating rice and beans with chips and salsa. Like, enjoy.
Buffet style?
No. They're gonna be serving you.
Okay.
So we got servers.
I honestly prefer that.
Yeah, I mean, it just was like, sorry, but it's what it is.
Yeah.
You know? And so we're gonna have like tacos after.
Yeah.
So like if you guys drink, we're gonna have like,
oh my God,
you're gonna sober up, you know, you're gonna have your little tacos. So it's gonna be a good time, and we're staying true to us and to our culture.
That's the most important.
Yeah. And so we're really excited. I'm a little nervous, and thankfully I found somebody that is gonna be there the day of the wedding. Like what is it called?
The coordinator.
A coordinator. Yeah. So coordinating it, which is
you need that.
a huge blessing, girl. Like, gracias a Dios, that was the biggest blessing that could have happened to us, because he actually does like events. And so we reached out to him to decorate our event, and he does like for a bunch of like Latino influencers because he's brothers with two girls that are twins. But anyway, so I reached out to him and he said it. He's like, I'm gonna gift you being the coordinator the
That's
day of.
awesome.
Oh my God.
Dude,
I was
that's
like
a huge relief.
Yes. I just was like, you're amazing. Thank you so much. I will shout you out in everything I ever am in. You know? Everything I'm ever in.
For those of you who don't know, so my wedding was the first wedding I ever went to in my adult life, so I didn't know what to expect. They told me I was the chillest bride ever because I just like had no expectations at all. But I didn't know that you needed all these things. And someone, thank God, told me like, definitely invest in a wedding coordinator. Invest in the photography and the wedding coordinator. Those are like the top two to like put your money towards. Because like on the day, everyone's asking you for fucking everything. Like, you're like, I'm the bride. Like, stop asking me for
Leave
shit.
me alone.
Like, I'm already in my head about stuff. But like, everybody's asking you shit. And so with a wedding coordinator, you just go, here's the wedding coordinator's number. You ask them all the questions, and they just field everything.
That's amazing.
All the vendors, like, where do we set up, blah, blah, blah. Nope, you don't have to think about it.
Yeah. So we definitely feel very blessed that he's doing that for us. So that's what's happening. And then also recently we moved in together because we bought a house.
Congratulations. That's awesome. Here in LA?
Yes.
Nice.
LA County.
Okay.
Yeah. So we did get a house, and that was incredible. I'm grateful to God because,
that's
first
awesome.
generation, like I'm the first person to own a home, or we're the first people to, his family already has homes in the US, but like my family, we don't.
That's awesome.
And so it does feel incredible.
It's huge.
Fuck yeah,
especially
girl.
in this market. It's so hard to like even get your offer accepted.
It was like 18 offers after, but
that's amazing.
It was the perfect house for us. And so like moving in with your significant other is so different.
Yeah.
So different. Like I genuinely thought like he stays over all the time. Like I already don't live at home. So he would come over all the time and like, no girl, it's different. It's so different. And like in a good way, you know, it's a learning curve, I feel.
Yeah.
It makes me love him more. And I feel that connection before what I would be like, I already love him. Like we're fiancés, we love each other, blah, blah, blah. No, when you live together, you're like
completely different.
There's no score. Like you literally can do everything and you want to do things.
Yeah.
I mean, at least I feel that like I want to do things for him and I want to make sure he feels taken care of. And I want to make sure that he feels loved through my actions, you know? It's fucking crazy.
That's a great attitude. Because I thought you were going to talk about how like all the annoying shit that you did that they were able to hide. No. It all comes out.
Well, I mean, I'm sure some people have that experience, right? But I feel like a lot of the things feel more like, I don't know, man, I'm in love.
Yeah. If you have that, everything else is like whatever. Like you can fix the other stuff. Like you can be like, okay, it really annoys me that you keep the toothpaste cap off the toothpaste. Like fucking put it back on.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not rainbows and butterflies. Of course, there's annoying things and there's been like kind of like, whoa, you do that. And like, whoa, you do that, you know? But I feel like thankfully I have a partner who's very understanding and willing to talk.
Yes.
And willing to at least be like, okay, I don't know why this bothers you, but I'm willing to hear you out and not do it because it bothers you. And the other way,
awesome.
right?
That's respect. That's awesome.
Thank you.
The compromise, those things, like as long as you have a partner that does that in good communication, that's like the best foundation.
I mean, you guys have known me since I started dating Danny.
Yeah.
So it definitely has gradually gotten stronger for sure. Like, I mean, I loved him when I met him, of course, but now I'm like, I fucking love this man.
Yeah.
And like, I am willing to do not everything, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make this relationship work.
Because in the beginning, weren't you kind of like, I'm not sure if I ever want to get married?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
not to him, but just like overall.
Just in general.
Yeah, I was like, I just don't know what the point of marriage is, you know, and now I get the point of marriage.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, yeah, like I love him and I want to tie with him or, you know, all those things.
Build like you're like a unified item and you're building a life like as one.
And even outside of my relationship, I think I discovered the importance of marriage. Like even if I wasn't with him, I get it. You know, I get it now. Like before when it's crazy. It was I've known you guys for 3 years.
Yeah.
And
it feels longer.
So
I know,
much.
it does longer.
I feel like I met you guys when I started like maybe 4 years.
So many things feel like life and growth and change. Like it just feels longer.
Yeah. And then I also met you guys through
JK.
No.
Oh.
What is it called? The retrograde in your 30s.
Oh, right.
What is it called?
I forget what it's called.
My Saturn return. I met you guys through my Saturn return.
Yeah,
well, basically
100%.
what it is, it's like everything, like everybody goes through their Saturn return from like 27 to 30, where you go from being like a quote unquote like kid to like an adult, right? So life throws big things at you. So for example, in my life, I'm getting married. We bought a house. Just big life changes that have made me grow. And so when I first met you guys, I think I was going into that.
Yeah.
And now I'm deep in it.
That's so fun. I didn't know it had a name. I actually didn't know that because I've always said like after 26 is when you become who you really are.
Yeah.
Like before 26, it's like practice. But after that, and I even strong-willed, like I thought I knew who I was. Like
Same.
I thought, no, I don't think I'm going to change that much. No. After fucking 26, you become the person that you are as an adult.
Yeah.
Significantly different.
Yeah. So different.
Yeah. So I feel like, I mean, a lot of things have changed and even my mentality has changed. But yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at right now in life. And it's a really amazing place to be. I'm very grateful.
So great. I'm so glad. Also, no shade to anyone that still doesn't see the point of marriage. Like I know there's like, there's a lot of different reasons for different feelings and all that, but you know, I used to kind of feel that the same way. Not that I didn't want to get married. I always wanted to get married to my person, but I just didn't think that it was going to feel different. I was like, okay, well, this is just on paper, you know, finalizing it because I want to build a family together. But I don't really think anything's going to change feelings wise. Yeah. And it actually, I don't know why, but it made it so much stronger. Yeah. And I didn't even think it could get stronger. But you really do feel like a team, it does. You're feel building like something like you guys are in it together. Like this is your family now.
Yeah, it does feel like that. I mean, it's even like a little bit sad, not sad, but it's a little bit sentimental to let go of like the boyfriend girlfriend phase that, you know, you're like, it's kind of feels like kids love that we're now grown into our relationship. And like, we're no longer just like, oh, boyfriend, girlfriend. Like we're just holding hands. Yeah. Like, no, it's like we're business, you know?
I'm wearing his shirt.
Yeah. And so like definitely enjoy each phase of your relationship because it will come and go, and every phase has its beautiful things, you know, but you look back and like, that's why I'm like trying to soak up everything about being a fiance. Like I'm just like wearing the bright shirts and wearing the Mickey ears.
I was
with
gonna
the
say
veil.
that's actually my favorite phase. I wish that lasted
The bride
longer.
to be.
Yeah. I mean, you can make it last as long as possible.
Fiance. Just saying fiance took a while to get used to.
Yeah.
But then once you get used to it, it's really hard to say husband.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, it's a really happy time right now. We're really happy.
That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. How is he feeling? Is he like nervous or anything?
So I feel like Denny is like a really, like when he's nervous or stressed out, he kind of doesn't like to say it out loud, because I feel like as the like masculine energy in our relationship, he's kind of like, I have to keep it together, you know, and I have to protect or whatever. And so when we first moved in together, I was like, how do you feel? And he was like, I feel like I'm responsible for you now. And so
that's good.
Yeah, it's cute. And so he's like, if I hear noises outside, we need to get security cameras. Like he sleeps with like the lamp next to his bed, like his side of the bed. And so it's even amazing to watch him come into that, you know, because he's younger than me. I'm 3 years older.
Oh.
And so when I met Denny, he was 24.
Wow.
Yeah. And so when I look back, I'm like, oh my God.
Children.
Child, you know? But now watching him become a señor, like that's what it feels like. I'm like, he's like a señor now, you know? Yeah. And like, so he has like his own house and like,
that's like, so cute.
It's adorable. And even like watching him rise up to the occasion of being like, I have to work and I have to do this, and like, here's money for groceries and here's money for provider. Like, fuck yeah. I'm like,
yeah,
I
so
love it. I love you this way. You know, I love watching him become a husband in front of my eyes. It's really attractive. It makes me fall in love with him more, you know, and it's like, yes, go on.
Yeah.
Yes, protector.
That's
yes,
great.
provider. Like, I love it so much. And I'm very grateful. And of course, we all have our learning curve, you know, like I'm also becoming like a wife. You know, I've never cooked so much in my life. I didn't cook, you know, I didn't cook. But now that we live together, of course, it's more affordable to cook at home. And so here I am making and figuring out.
Like you got a mortgage now, you got to cook, you got to get groceries.
Yeah. And so like learning and looking up recipes and asking my mom, how do you do this? How do you do that? I clean so fucking much now. I've never cleaned so much in my life. But it feels good. Like, I don't know, maybe some people are gonna be like, oh my God, like, girl, we get it. But it just feels really nice to be like a wife in training, you know? Like, I always grew up being like, I need to be a go-getter. I need to be independent. I need to make money. And so now to kind of step back and be like, I'm going to be a homemaker and I'm going to make this home beautiful.
But it doesn't mean you lose that part of you. It's just that like, okay, I have this part. It's down. Like, I know that part is in me. Okay, how about this new part? This is a weird new part.
And so to me, for example, and everybody's experience is different, but because I had to grow up so fast and provide for myself since I was really young, this is the first time where I'm like financially and emotionally depending on somebody else. And it's a fucking beautiful feeling. Like, where I don't have to be like, oh my God, like I need to fucking struggle and I need to work and I need to be at 100 all the time. Like, I still work, you know, I still have my job, I still have my business, but now having a partner to rely on and like kind of take the load together feels amazing. I've never experienced this before.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you're experiencing that. It feels like you start to become a little more balanced with life.
It just feels more like, oh, I could take a deep breath. And I've never been able to do that. You know, I've never been able to rely on like a man, you know? And so now to be able to rely on my partner, it feels really nice.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I don't have to like learn how to cook and do all this stuff and stress out about it. I want to. Like, I want to do these things. I want to do my part in the relationship too.
Yeah. And it feels really good that I have somebody that's like, just let me help you.
Yeah.
You know, like it feels like he's like, let's do this together.
What's your love language? Is it acts of service?
No, actually that's his. Oh, and that's like the last
one.
His is like acts of service. Mine is physical touch.
Okay.
Yeah. So, oh my God. So funny story. So learning curve, right? So when we would spend the night at my house, I have a queen bed. So obviously queen bed, we're tall. You have to be like this on top of each other. We brought his king bed to the house. I freaking hated that bed. because
you're separate.
It's so easy to go on your own sides. And so there was a time. So this is what I mean when you like so much, like it changes.
Yeah.
There was a time where like I was like so emotional. I was crying. I was like, I freaking hate this bed.
You know what? It's bad in feng shui. They say that like a king size bed is bad because there's a divider. It's like 2 twin size beds, right? So there's like a divider in the middle. They don't make like king size frames. Like the bed frame is actually 2 twins.
Yeah.
And so like it's supposed to be bad for dividing your relationship. And when we first got a king, I was stoked because he's big and he was like, he'd make the mattress dent. And I felt like I wasn't getting a good sleep. And when we slept at hotels, I'd sleep so much better. But I have a physical touch. Like it's pretty up there too.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm like sad that we don't cuddle as much anymore. It's definitely changed the way that we are together.
Ladies, have you started spring cleaning yet? The carpets need cleaning, the drapes need dusting, and you and your man's lawn needs mowing. I'm not talking about the lawn in the front of the house. Spring has sprung, and the global leaders in below-the-waist grooming have the best tools for cleaning aisle 5 in your pants. Join the other 4 million individuals worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping with the code MOOD. I gifted quite a few products from Manscaped to my husband, Steve Green, and I can tell you firsthand, the lawn has never looked nicer. The statues on the lawn look much bigger as well. I also got him the Plow 2.0, which is the perfect razor for the finest shave on his face. But also, ladies, if you want to steal this for your legs, it's kind of a game changer. Legs have also never been smoother. The start of spring also marks the start of Testicular Cancer Awareness Month in April. Manscaped is committed to raising awareness for the most common form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35 and giving support to fighters, survivors, and families impacted by testicular cancer as part of their We Save Balls initiative. Have him smell oh so fresh and so clean this spring with the shave you want for both of you. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code MOOD at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with code MOOD at manscaped.com. Out with the old grooming habits and in with the new with Manscaped.
So, have you ever browsed in incognito mode? It's probably not as incognito as you think. And why would it be? Chances are the browsers you're using has made its fortune by tracking your movements online. And what do these big tech companies say when they're called out for collecting user data? Incognito does not mean invisible. So, how do you actually make yourself as invisible as possible online? You use ExpressVPN like I do. I use it for shopping, trying to get, bypass ads and weird things on sites. Turns out that even in incognito mode, your online activity still gets tracked and data brokers still get to buy and sell your data. One of these data points is your IP address. Data harvesters use your IP to uniquely identify you and your location. But with ExpressVPN, your connection gets rerouted through an encrypted server and your IP address is masked. Every time you connect to ExpressVPN, you get a random IP address shared by many other ExpressVPN customers. That makes it harder for third parties to identify you or harvest your data. Best of all, ExpressVPN is super easy to use. No matter what device you're on, phone, laptop, or smart TV, all you have to do is tap one button for instant protection. So if you really want to go incognito and protect your privacy, secure yourself with the #1 rated VPN. Visit expressvpn.com/bigmood and get 3 extra months for free. Holy crap, 3 extra months for free. That's expressvpn.com/bigmood. Go to expressvpn.com, bigmood to learn more.
So I talked about it in therapy or whatever, and she's like, well, talk about it. Like maybe you guys can start in the middle of the bed, and then eventually at night, if one person wants to go this way, the other this way, like it's fine. So I talked to Danny about it. He's like, okay, so now we start in the middle of the bed. And then at night, if somebody throws an arm here and an arm there.
Yeah. I just have like one foot touching him.
Me too. But dude,
one
king
hand.
size is huge.
It's so big.
I'm like, it's unnecessarily huge, but that was part of the learning curve.
The other thing is I don't know why, but both of us want to sleep on the edge of the bed. So he's way the fuck over there.
So you used to have a king size?
Yeah, we used to have a queen.
Oh, okay.
And now we got a king about like 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I love it. It's great for sleeping, but for cuddling or like intimacy.
It's physical touch, And like, I feel like a queen is like, even if you're mad, you're touching, like even if you don't want to be here,
Forced
you're here.
Yeah.
Which is what marriage is, right? Like even if something happens, like you're there there. Like you don't really have the option to just be like, okay, I'm leaving or whatever.
No, we got a guest room now. I'm like, I'm going to that guest room. I'm just kidding. We don't do that.
Yeah.
But he does snore really loud, and I've been tempted to go to the guest room.
Oh my God. That is... that's definitely a thing, but thankfully Danny doesn't
Very
snore.
loud.
Yeah.
Oh, earplugs, man.
So I'm a rock hard sleeper. I'm like, I sleep through fucking everything. But if he comes in like at 3 a.m, like, cause sometimes he falls asleep in his office and he comes back in and he comes in and it kind of wakes me up. And then he starts snoring. I cannot go back to sleep. And I'm like, fuck, I would have slept through the whole night, but you ruined it.
Get him a sleep
Sometimes I just watch him while he's snoring. I'm like, you motherfucker.
So what do
I
you
hope
do?
you hear me. I talk shit to him.
You're like to his subconscious.
Yeah, to
Bless
them,
you.
like, you hear me.
He's having dreams of you.
Yeah. Sometimes I poke his face.
Yeah.
He goes,
So how do you handle it?
I
Like,
usually,
what have you guys done?
I put in headphones and I like put on
that's
some meditation
nice.
music and like, or a sleep story or something
Yeah.
like that. And I can usually go back to sleep or I masturbate. Like that does help.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, I don't know. It's not that often that he wakes me up. Usually I'm pretty good at sleeping and I love him so much that it's not like, I think that when partners start to build up resentment for each other, every little thing could piss you
For
off.
sure.
But when you really love somebody and it's like, you love fucking everything about them, their little flaws are kind of cute.
Yeah.
It's just like quirky, like, oh, you're stupid loud snorer. Like,
Yeah.
you're stupid. But it's not like, it doesn't make me
bother
mad.
you.
Yeah. I will say though, having 2 bathrooms is a game changer. I can never go back.
Oh, really?
Can never go back. Like, we used to share a bathroom and I think that I would get extremely irritated from that because he just leaves his stuff out everywhere and like, you know, the toothpaste on the mirrors and then like the like he leaves the cap off the toothpaste, and when we're in the shower, like he doesn't, I like if where there's glass, I like it to be squeegeed so that the hard water doesn't make the like stains. Yeah. No, he doesn't do that even though it's a squeegee. It like would just start irritating me because I just like things to be a certain way because I'm not a very clean person. So if I don't clean right away, it will stay dirty.
Yeah.
And if someone else is making it dirty, then I definitely won't clean it.
Yeah.
And it's just, that was hard. But we got 2 bathrooms within the first, like we moved within the first 2 years of living together.
Oh, okay.
So we had 2 bathrooms and like, I was like, whoa, this is like a life changer. I don't have to be irritated right off the bat with you in the morning.
Yeah.
That's good.
When we moved into our new house though, it has like this huge master bathroom that has his and her sinks, and it has like the way nicer shower in it. And I was like, fuck, we're gonna have to share a bathroom again.
And my bedroom.
And your bedroom. Yes, there's your bedroom. And so I kicked him into your bedroom. Okay. But thankfully he likes using the guest bathroom because it's more private. There's no windows in there. And with the master, there's like, you can see everybody's houses. So he's like, yeah, he's a never nude, you know, I've talked about that. And he doesn't like anyone to see him or maybe possibly see him, even if it's his wife. So yeah, he takes a shower in the bathroom.
Oh,
downstairs.
nice.
All right. Well, since you already started, Nikki, what's going on with your life?
Oh yeah, I guess so. I moved.
She moved.
Well, I moved last time you heard about me, but now it feels like we're really in it because last time it was like the holidays and moving, and like there's a lot of stuff going on. But now like Gina's room is ready, Stacey's room is ready.
Thank you.
Everybody's got a room. Yeah. We have like 3 different guest beds that people could stay on. I have a Murphy bed.
What's a Murphy bed?
Oh, the one you pull down?
Yeah, the one you pull down.
So cool.
Yeah, actually the mattress on there is the purple mattress that we are sponsored by, and it is super comfy, and that is why I'm so tempted to stay in the guest room all the time. I've slept on it several times. So freaking comfortable. Anyway, we're not doing a purple ad right now. But yeah, it's my office is really big, and the podcast room is like all set up now, and it feels nice to have every part of my life separated. Right. Whereas before it felt kind of, I was telling Stacey this before we started shooting, but it felt like everything was really cramped, like where we're working from home and we live at home and everything's in the same area. And when we do the podcast, we set it up and we have to break it down, and just a lot of like extra steps involved, and it takes away from, it's just draining energetically. It takes away from the content of the show. I felt, even because by the time we started, I was already tired. But now it's like everything's set up, everything looks nice, and you just turn on lights and camera and then you're ready to go. And it's just like here, you know, where it's like a little studio, and then we leave, and that part of the house, we don't even go to that part of the house. It's like a separate wing of the house. It's in the West Wing. And
The fact that you have wings.
the West Wing. There's a guest room there and the podcast room, and so it's like completely separated. And then everything else is like in this part of the house, and then we have a bar, there's a full bar for all of our guests. Yeah, it feels grown. And then I think, you know, like how you were saying is during those years, I mean, I remember at 27, I was not the same person where everything. Actually, it was more like Gina, where everything was everywhere. And I had my organized chaos. You know, if you looked at me, it's like, oh, she has her life together. But then you like see my house and it's like a fucking disaster. Yeah. And I have, you know, cats everywhere. And it's not like I liked living like that, but I didn't know how to do it any other way. Yeah. I didn't know how to cook. And then I started my Tasty Tuesday show, and I actually did learn how to cook through every week doing that show. And I'm like, wow, I actually can cook meals now. Yeah. And then the same with like organizing. I was just one day, like, we moved into our condo. I think that's what it was. Like when it's like you have this ownership, this sense of ownership, like, oh, okay, I'm not renting anymore. Like, this is mine. Yeah. I'm going to take care of it and like do things that make it beautiful. And I got really into organizing and like making everything aesthetically pleasing, especially the things I didn't want to do, like cleaning. Like I didn't want to clean because it just sucked, and it still is not my favorite, but now I have like cute cleaning supplies and like everything's like organized, so I'm like, okay, on my cleaning day, like I have the system and it's just really easy and it makes it fun for me. And I didn't realize that you could like make something fun. And so my kitchen is like, there's all this storage and everything's in the clear containers with the labels on it. And I make my oatmeal in the morning, and it's like, here's the oatmeal, here's the brown sugar. And I feel like a solid wife now. Like probably going into that next like phase of maybe having children we've been discussing.
Baby
but
dust.
I told
baby dust.
I know, right? I'm getting it from
baby dust.
Casey. No, not yet. I'm still baby young. Dust. I'm a teenager. A teenage pregnancy. Can't handle it. But I feel like I could handle it now. Whereas before I felt like, oh, that'd just be too chaotic. I do feel like we want to have like 1 year in Las Vegas before
enjoy
children and enjoy it. So I'm like, okay, this is my gap year. And same thing that you were talking about, where I've always been like, need to work because like, oh, I'm holding the whole ship together. Yeah. But now Steve's really come into his own, where he's like taken over a lot of the workload and making a lot of money with his investments that he put into place 5 years ago, and it's all like kind of coming together now. And so I do feel like for the first time I can just like ease off the gas pedal and like chill. And it's really weird because I've never had that before. I've always felt like I had to go. Same. And I kind of felt like, and this sounds kind of mean, but it's not mean. I really love my friends. I just kind of felt like I had to hang out before to like keep relationships and like keep them feeling loved and like knowing that like, hey, I care about you. And so this is me showing that. But I felt like it was taking away from all the stuff I wanted to do, because I was like, I was in work mode and now I have to like hang out. And it was really hard for me. And now I actually feel like I can be present and I can hang out and I actually enjoy it. And it's not like a social obligation anymore. I just genuinely can be hanging out with people, and I've never felt that way. And it does feel like there's this balance coming together where I'm like, wow, like a social life, that's new. And like I have like there's lakes that you walk around, and like it feels like that's all like beautiful, and I can just enjoy each moment instead of like, okay, check. I got my exercise, got my meditation, got my and okay, now I'm gonna work. It's like, oh, I like it. What's your TV star like? Life like, Gina?
Bro, life has been wild since our last update.
Tell us about
Every time
it.
I see a picture of you, you're like in a Dracula outfit and meeting Freddie Prinze Jr.
There's always something going on.
So, okay, wait, before you go, explain to me what you do, because I just know that you're on TV, but I just like, I know her. I'm like, I don't know what she's doing, but I know her.
I actually wanted to make a video about this too. So I am now the host of G4 TV.
Wow.
G4 TV was a TV channel back in the early 2000s. That was solely dedicated to video games and comics and all things nerd. So I grew up watching it.
Wow.
Specifically a show called Attack of the Show.
The one with Olivia Munn.
Yeah, that's where Olivia
Girl,
Munn
I grew up
started.
in Mexico.
Oh, that's true.
She started on that show.
Yeah, so Olivia Munn started there. And so I remember coming home from school every day and like watching that because I was like, oh my God, it's a network about what I love, video games. And then there's a woman talking about video games. And I was like, that's so cool. I never had anyone talk about video games too, or anyone that seemed interested, especially a girl, you know? So I would come home every day after school in middle school and just watch it, in elementary school too. And I remember thinking, man, I wish I can be on that show one day. Yeah. So now that we're in the middle of the renaissance of video games and it's become like a professional sport and stuff like that. Now is the perfect time. So Comcast decided we want to bring it back. So they brought back G4 TV with the old legacy hosts, like the hosts that I used to watch growing up, like the people I idolized. And they put out casting calls. And then end of 2020, I got an email from a casting director or agent, whatever, saying, hey, G4 TV wants you on their show. And I was like, you fucking liar. This is a scam. So I didn't respond for like 2 days. And then they're like, hey, following up, we really want to meet you. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then
Scammer.
Okay, let's see what happens. So we set up a Zoom meeting because this was during quarantine. And in the Zoom meeting, there were executives. And one of which, Dan Martin, said, yeah, I worked on the old G4. And I was like, okay. So I Googled it on the side and it was real. And I was like, oh no, I'm not wearing pants. Shit, like I did not take this seriously at all.
Yeah.
And long story short, one day when we were at our trip to Big Bear, I got the email.
I remember.
In the evening while we were all drinking. And I was like, oh my God. And then after like 5 months of auditionings and meetings and stuff, they're like, we want you in our network. And
that's amazing.
And then so
it was such good timing too, because you were at a renewal with the other company you were working with, and you were kind of like, I don't really want to, but I don't know, and like, what am I gonna do? And then this came through, and it was like, all right, problem solved.
The timing was crazy. I was going through like that crazy drama with an ex, you know, y'all know about that. And then
there are many TikToks and Google Docs about this.
And then so not only am I part of the network, I'm on the show that I dreamed of being on.
A specific show.
That specific show. So
you manifested this.
I did. I manifested it.
All those years of Cheeto dust fingers.
I know. Greasy foreheads.
Gaming consoles.
Yeah. And then, but as of recently, I am now on a second show. So now I have a second permanent show.
Wow.
They had
Is it the Invite to Party one?
Yeah.
What is that one about?
So the show is called Invitational Party, and we're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
What?
Live.
Fucking nerd.
Yeah, this is some real hardcore nerd shit. And so God, how do I explain this to you? It's have you guys ever read like the Choose Your Own Adventure books?
Yes.
Where you're like, oh, if you want to do this, go to page this. If you want to go to this.
Yes, I was that kind of nerd.
Yeah. Hi.
Nibbler, come here. Come here. We're telling stories. Come
You
here.
need attention? What do you want?
Oh my goodness. Sorry, we're getting interrupted by a cat. He's very demanding.
I know. There you go.
Okay. There. Everyone loves you.
You just want to show off for a second.
Good job.
So, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons, and it's basically there's one. He's the game master, and he is this man named B. Dave, and he is an incredible storyteller. He tells you, okay, Stacey, Nikki, you walk into a tavern and you see this giant magician, blah blah blah. What do you want to do? And Nikki you can say whatever you want. Nikki can be like, I want to bang him. So I'm
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, Stacey can be like, I want to fight him, or whatever, and then he has to go along with it. And he tells you, okay, this is what you do and this is what happens. But he also has to build the world and story for you. And he's like, he like grew up on Shakespeare, and he was just incredible. So I had a guest appearance, and I did a guest appearance, and I fell in love with the game. Like absolutely.
Did
fell
you?
in love.
You played the game before?
I played it for like 2 hours before, back in 2014.
Like,
I
you knew
barely
how
remember.
it worked, but you weren't like, you didn't have a group. Because I have my brother-in-law, both of them, brother-in-laws, them and their wives have a group. They play Dungeons and Dragons
That's
like
so cute.
every freaking Sunday.
That's so fun.
And you know what's
That's
funny
amazing.
is Steve was butthurt that he wasn't invited.
Aww.
And he was like, I'm gonna start my own Dungeons and Dragons.
With hookers and blackjack. Yeah. So I did a guest appearance and I fell in love with it, and I harassed the executives, producers. I'm like, I want back. I want permanent.
Yeah.
I want permanent so bad. So they brought me on for like a second episode. And then I screamed at them again. I want permanent. I want a role. I want to
When
be.
Gina wants something, you
Yeah.
will know.
And then so I got the phone call because they were like, you did really well for your first time. Hi, kid. Hello. And I got the phone call. They were like, we want to to officially invite you to be a full-time cast member.
Wow.
So now I'm on 2 TV shows.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It.
And it's really fun because it's like, when people ask me what I'm doing, I'm like, I play Dungeons and Dragons for a fucking living. And it really makes me, because you have to play a character. So I have to really work on
That's
my
so
acting and improv.
fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's super fun.
That's awesome.
So now I'm on 2 shows, which I'm really happy about.
If you're sleeping on a terrible mattress, your sleep will be terrible. It's that simple. That's why I recommend sleeping on a purple mattress. It's not rocket science, but it is rocket sleep to the space that you need to have good dreams. Yeah, nailed it. That's because only purple mattresses have the gel flex grid. It's a super stretchy, ultra squishy material that adapts and flexes around the pressure points, and it doesn't retain heat. So if you have like a sweaty husband like I do, or maybe I don't know, I'm not trying to throw him under the bus, but maybe I do. This really helps to not have those night sweats that you often get, and it doesn't, overheat your body. It's great. The gel flex grid is amazingly supportive for your back and legs while cushioning your shoulders, neck, and hips no matter how you sleep. This is actually what I personally love it for. I have a terrible back. I don't know why, but basically almost any bed I sleep in, I'm just bound to have terrible back pain, except for the purple mattress. The purple mattress really conforms to, if I want to sleep on my side, it conforms to my little like bony shoulders. I don't know science. Again, I'm just looking for good sleep, and purple mattress is giving it to me. Getting a great night's sleep starts with having a great mattress. Get a purple mattress. Go to purple.com/bigmood10 and use code BIGMOOD10. For a limited time, you can get 10% off any order of $200 or more. That's purple.com/bigmood10, code BIGMOOD10 for 10% off any order of $200 or more. Purple.com/bigmood10, promo code BIGMOOD10. Terms apply.
Fresh from San Diego, California comes the only sunglasses brand I'm ever going to wear ever again. I'm talking about Blenders Eyewear, and you're going to be just as hooked when you see how awesome these shades are. I got the Madam X because I really like cat eyes. It fits my round face. They're perfect to wear when I'm driving. They're so comfortable, and they match all my outfits, especially when I want to look badass. Chase Fisher started Blenders by selling his beachy shades out of his backpack while doubling as a surf instructor on Pacific Beach. His goal was to create an adventurous, mid-priced eyewear option with the same cool factor as other leading styles. Unlike expensive big brand shades that you've probably lost or smashed in the past, I've lost a lot, Blenders are actually affordable, so you're not going to cry as much when the inevitable happens. Blenders' team of in-house designers are constantly coming out with new styles, from orange polarized wraparounds, tortoise shell frames with purple lenses, to classic gold arms on black lens. And it's not just sunglasses. Blenders has prescription glasses, readers, and blue light glasses like the ones that I wear when I stream, as well as a snow collection with goggles and accessories. Live life in forward motion with Blenders today. To score 15% off your Blenders purchase, visit blenderseyewear.com and enter the promo code BIGMOODVIP. That's blenderseyewear.com, code BIGMOODVIP for 15% off. Blenders, rocked with pride worldwide.
I feel like this past couple of months the universe has been throwing curveballs at me and going nuts.
Yeah.
I got cheated on.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Right?
Wait,
fun.
From a different person.
So this was a person in my past. It was this lawyer.
Because not the Google Doc person.
Not the Google
That's
Doc
another
person.
one.
This was a lawyer I was dating. And we decided to try again, and we exclusively decided to be monogamous.
Yeah. As one does.
Yes, one does. Apparently, I was the only one that signed that agreement,
Oh, did he put did he, as a lawyer, did he
right?
put the fine print in there?
Like, only I can cheat on you, not you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I found out in December. And it was crazy. Like, I won't go into like full details, but I found out in December, and I got in contact with the girl, and I found out that they had slept with each other back in July.
Wow.
You're stupid to cheat on Gina because she will find out. And she will find out all the details and information of everyone that this person's ever been with.
Exactly.
But I do have to say, you would be stupid to cheat on Gina, period.
Period.
Like, she's amazing.
Yeah.
You're amazing. You're beautiful. You're in 2 TV shows.
Dumbass guys.
You're like the coolest girl and sweetest angel I've ever known. It's just, we have to know that this was a him thing and a lack of security thing, you know, because I think if it was just based on who you are, you wouldn't get cheated on.
Yeah.
It has to be him.
It was a very strange, like, the thing is, I didn't like super cry ball hard heartbreak, because I kind of knew.
You kind of felt it.
You always feel it.
Yeah.
You know.
Women's intuition is strong.
I kind of knew. And so I got in contact with the girl, and I was like, so when did you guys meet? She goes, July. He hit on me. And I was like, oh my God. I was recovering from surgery. It was my birthday. And I remember he was begging for me to go out with him this one night, but I couldn't. And he went and he was making out with her instead.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And then I found out because my friends walked into a restaurant and saw them together, and they sent a picture to me. They're like, isn't that your dude? I was like, yes, it is. And then
thanks for the picture.
Yeah.
She's got eyes and ears everywhere.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's me.
Yeah.
I have people everywhere.
Yeah.
What are you
Fuck
doing?
with this girl.
Yeah. So I texted him and I was like, hey, where you at? He goes, oh, I'm just, getting high with my roommate, and, we're just hanging out, chilling. I was like, yeah. And then so we FaceTimed, and I was like, cool. So who's this girl? She's so cute with her bangs. And how old is she? Oh, only 24? Aren't you like 31? Like, I had all her information already.
Yeah.
And then so it's been crazy because I feel like the universe with this new year really, and I was talking to all my friends are going through it too. Like, the universe is really cleaning house.
It's like polarized. It's like,
girl,
here's some shit that you want. Oh, sorry.
No worries.
Here's some shit that you really want that you're gonna be so excited about, but I gotta kill all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So like, you're gonna grieve and like mourn some of this shit, but it really sucks. But yeah, it is a clean house thing where that stuff has to kind of die off and kind of go that way.
Yeah. It's crazy, like, dealing, because like after going through the process, because I've made it a point to stay single, not see anyone, to heal and learn. And I realized I was dating a full-blown narcissist.
Yeah.
Like,
sounds
back
like
to
it.
back though.
Back to back.
So now you kind of know a pattern to look for so that doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
Like, you stay single and do your thing. You're fucking crushing it out there. You're having fun the time of your life. It'll just come to you in a way where you're like if the right guy comes, you'll fucking know.
Yeah.
And when he starts, if there's any red flags, you'll know that too.
It really taught me a lot about, like, sometimes you're being too patient and sometimes you're being too nice, girl. That it's at the expense of your own happiness and respect.
Girl, this is all I talk about on TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm like, you gotta be a bitch and you gotta be high maintenance in the beginning. If they can deal with that, then they get all the angel that you are,
If you can't handle me at my bitch.
Well, and not
You
even
don't
like be
deserve
disrespectful,
me.
but like set the standard up here, because wherever you set the standard, it's gonna fall inevitably.
Yeah.
When we're in love, we become softer. Look at me cooking and cleaning.
Yeah, it's true.
But it's true. Like, you got to start with the highest of standards, and like treat yourself for the person you are, and you realize all that you are, because maybe sometimes you don't realize all you bring to the table, because this guy was this and this guy was that. But I'm like, but you're you, like, he didn't impress me. I'm like, work harder.
I remember thinking at one point, I was like, Stacey would be so disappointed, because this fool was like, for a lawyer that came from a rich family, he was always like, hey, so I paid for the last meal. Can you get this one?
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
You can't be cheap too.
I know. Like, you can't be cheap too.
I know 80 people right now commenting that are like, Gina, I will give you the world.
Yeah.
I will buy you Chanel bags. I will take you on trips,
I was stuck in that, like, no, I can fix him stage.
I know.
Yeah.
Or
I know
like,
you
if
were.
we ride through the hard times, whatever. But then I started realizing, like, why am I putting up with this? Like, why am I putting up with someone that throws shit, that throws a tantrum, that screams, that like
narcissists are really charming. That's why
in the beginning,
in
but
the
then
beginning,
you find out
when
they're
they're love
child.
bombing you.
Yeah, they're little children.
And then I remember like, and then now that I look at it, I'm like, there was resentment there from him too. That's why he wanted to bring me down. Like, I remember he would go through, because he was my lawyer also, and he would go through my contracts, be like, and see my brand deals and stuff. And he's like, why'd I even go to law school? Like, it was a lot of little things here and there.
Felt competitive with you. Competition.
Yeah, and see, that doesn't make, like, a man that loves you is gonna be like, fuck yeah, and we're gonna fight for more.
Yeah,
like we're gonna get you more, even if I'm not making this or that or whatever. Like, like that protectiveness, it's not just financially, it's in all aspects. That whatever they can do for you, they're gonna do for you because they want to make your life easier.
Yeah. And they know that if they help you win, they're winning too. Like it's a team thing.
Sure.
Exactly. So it was pretty wild. Like, going back on everything, I was like, wow, that was a terrible person.
Yeah.
But you needed to go through it.
I needed to.
Yeah.
Totally.
I think what really made me realize I was like, okay, this is not okay, was, well, couple things. Like, one time I was going through a massive depression and stuff. My grandmother just had a stroke, and he comes over, he goes, hey, so I noticed that you're really sad lately. I'm like, yeah, you know, this and this going on. He goes, well, can you not?
Oh, what?
Because, you know, we're supposed to be hanging out and having a good time.
He's a psychopath.
He's a psycho.
He's a psychopath.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. It's kind of killing my mood that like you're grieving your grandma right now.
Yeah.
Like,
It was wild.
she's not even dead. Okay, so like,
Yeah. Or
smile.
like,
All right.
I remember Halloween, he thought I locked him out of my house here, but I didn't, because I went through the front door, unlocked it. He was like banging on the door with his fake axe that he had for his Halloween costume. My sister was here too. It was 3 a.m. He was banging, woke up the whole house and screaming like, did you lock me out? This is fucking unacceptable. And when I opened the door, he accidentally hit me with his axe.
Ooh.
I was like, ouch, you hurt me. And he goes, I don't give a fuck.
What?
And then I was like, you woke up my whole house. He's like, I don't give a fuck. And that's when I realized, okay, we're done.
Yeah.
Like, this is, I'm
That
slowly
is
phasing
not
you out.
okay.
Yeah. And then it could have easily just, like I said, where it starts, it's only gonna go down from there. So he was already verbally abusive, and so it was only a matter of time before it started off as an accident, and then it's like, I'm pushing you, oh, it's just a push,
An accident.
and then it's like and then it's like he's actually like being physically abusive. So I'm glad you got out.
Yeah. So that's when I really realized, like, this is not okay. And also, this is when everything was taken off. Like, the premiere of my TV show, I'm finally on national television. And I was like, why am I on national television? The premiere, I'm watching, I'm so happy. And then we argued that night.
Yeah.
Oof.
You know? So that's when I was like, I'm still slowly
like he
starting
doesn't want
phase
you to
out.
have any happiness. He wants to suck out all
Exactly.
your happiness.
So I was already kind of like slowly kind of phasing him out. And then that's when I found out he cheated on me. I was like, thanks for that.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
That made it easy.
Yeah, that made it easy for me. So now I'm like happier than ever because no boy drama. I'm completely over that.
Yeah.
I have 2 TV shows now. And it's like, this is nice. Like, this is peaceful for me.
Yes.
now.
Stay in that zone for a while.
Yeah.
For a long while. Or like the attitude of like, I could do this forever.
Yeah.
And I don't need anything else.
Yeah.
And
Last week I met Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah.
He's beautiful.
You drooled. I
drooled.
saw a clip of you drooling.
Yeah, he was amazing. Apparently he's a giant Dungeons and Dragons player. This week we had Danny Trejo. Like, it's been fun.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
all the hot ones are nerds. I love nerds
Truly.
so much.
Truly, you know? So
Yeah.
it's been a really rewarding ride so far. And I finally feel like I'm in the place where I want to be. Like,
It seems like it for sure.
yeah.
Just
Like,
as an outsider looking in, like, I'm like, dude, you're thriving. I'm
Yeah.
happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it just seems like you're in your element.
mhm.
Like, this is where she was always meant to be.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah. Like, because Gina waking up at 7 a.m. but happy about it,
Yeah.
that's wild.
That if you told Gina from 2 years ago
Yeah.
that she'd be like, hey, you're going to wake up at 7, you're going to be stoked.
You're on drugs now.
Yeah. Are we high in the future?
So that's what's been going on. And I'm happy.
That's
Good.
great.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. And I love all the outfits you wear.
Dude, I go into work. Somebody actually worded it perfectly on Twitter. They said you basically get paid to be in a never ending frat party.
Yeah.
And it's true because I go into filming every week not knowing what the hell we're going to do. So the show that I'm on, Attack of the Show, it's have you ever seen like Tosh.0 where they like go through all the viral videos and they laugh about it or
okay.
So G4 basically kind of started that. Attack of the Show started that back in the 2000s. And we're like a variety show of like, we're going through all the internet videos, everything in pop culture. And we have like guests from like WWE wrestling. We have Freddie Prinze Jr. We have all that. And then it's just a funny show. We do challenges. Like for Thanksgiving, we had a gravy death ray that our prop guy built. We're strapped to a table and we have to play Pictionary. And if every wrong guess that you get, the laser moves higher up on you.
Oh my gosh.
It's just a crazy party every week.
Wow.
And think of it like, I've been trained for this with JK Party.
JK Party, yeah.
For like the last 10
I was
years.
just thinking that like JK Party is like the light version of this.
Exactly. So it's every week it's just a party and I play video games and Dungeons and Dragons for a living.
That's so fun. So do you still do your Twitch stream or wow.
Yeah.
How do you manage the time?
I know you got like
with that?
8 jobs.
Weekends or at night when I can't sleep, I just stream.
Because then she's also doing Big Mood like once a month here.
Yeah. This is the most I've ever had to do
But all your work's fun at least.
It's fun.
Yeah.
You enjoy
complain.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. I truly can truly honestly say now that I really fucking love what I do.
That's awesome.
Like, everything that I have, I love it so much.
It fulfills you. It's like there's you feel a difference, like the work that you don't like to do, it's draining. But the work that you do love to do, you come home and you're still pumped.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, I can't wait to go back tomorrow.
Yeah. And then like I'm part of a company where it's like we all really do look out for each other and it's really sweet. We check in on each other, and we want just everyone to succeed and so this is although it is very fun, it is also very corporate. We're part of Comcast, so it's a very corporate job. I have to clock in.
Oh, nice.
Like
that's weird.
I get lunch, like it's weird. But for something that's so corporate, it's so also very, the higher ups really listen to us, like, and if I say like, I really want to be more part of this more, they're like, yeah, okay, let's put it in.
Yeah, it seems like a very collaborative, open type of environment.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I also thought it was such a mind trip when like you and Cassim were on the same show together, because it was like 2 separate worlds of my internet life. Yeah. And like you guys are now on a show together. And it's so cool because like, I never thought of those 2 personalities gelling, but that makes so much sense.
Yeah. It's very strange because like it brought very odd people from different parts of entertainment together. Like Cassim, I've heard of him throughout all my years in YouTube, but I never really watched YouTube videos, but I knew the name Cassim G. And now he's my co-host on the same show.
Yeah. And I think because I didn't associate him with like video games, but he was like, he did play a lot of video games just in private. He wasn't like a public gamer.
Same, yeah.
And then he would do the Comic-Cons every year.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that is like his jam too. And then with you, it was more obvious because you've been a gamer. And I'm like, yeah, you both are funny. You both are like engaged in video games. You love the comic nerd world. And it just makes so much sense.
I had no idea that he was into video games either. And then like when I saw him, I was like, you're in this too? He's like, yeah. And we just signed. I was like, holy crap. So I've been introduced to so many like remarkable people, and it's like I want to grow and learn so more about them.
Yeah. And I know you're taking like an improv class and like you're just growing.
So fun.
And you'd kill it at that. I mean, you do kill it at that.
You do, yeah.
You're already good at it, but to even just hone that more is like, it's fucking awesome.
I didn't know what yes and was, and then I learned about it, and now I hear it everywhere.
Yes, and we have to go now.
Yeah. Yes, and we have to end this now because we're running out of time. But thanks for catching up with us.
Yes.
I've missed you guys. I've been gone for a few episodes. I've missed you guys so much.
Aww.
Go follow Stacey on all her shit. You can find out about her wedding journey. Actually, by the time this comes out, it'll be even closer to the day. So you can see even more stuff she's got going on.
She's got jewelry, so check out her jewelry.
Yes, we'll put all of her info in the description.
Thank
You can see,
you.
but just in case for the audio listeners, what's your Instagram so they didn't find you?
My Instagram, Stacey Diaz Apodaca. If you don't know how to spell that, just type in Stacey Diaz and you'll find me everywhere.
Yeah. And make sure you guys like this video, give us a thumbs up, 5 stars, like us, make us feel good about ourselves.
Yeah, please boost our self-esteem.
We love you guys.
We love you.
Until then, bye.
Peace.